Well, what's your take on an Elon-owned Twitter?
I think it's great. I wouldn't have paid what he paid for it. I would have thought there'd be a better price. I think that stock is worth $12 without Elon's bid. It's a poorly run company. It's a poorly managed company. No shareholders ever made any money on that till he came along. So once again, he's proven he can make money for shareholders if you were a Twitter shareholder. But prior to his bid, it was a rotating doors of managers that would just option themselves with millions of options, dilute the float, and cashed themselves out. And 36 months later, they got whacked and a new manager came in. All of that wealth just went to the insiders in that company. The board was totally useless. They didn't even use the platform. Try and find a tweet from a board member. I mean,
Wow.
I hate to be critical, but these are facts.
It's for real this time. After months of legal drama, bad memes, and chaos, Elon Musk has closed his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. Musk sealed the deal Thursday night, taking Twitter private and ousting a handful of top executives, CEO Parag Agrawal included in the process. Musk reportedly cleaned house on Thursday, firing CFO Med Siegel, head of legal policy and trust Vijaya Gadde, and general counsel Sean Edgett right out of the gate. Though it was still an aggressive and abrupt day-one move, Agrawal was inevitable given his well-documented clashes and a failed virtual meeting with Musk. It's also no surprise that Gadde was among the first to go in spite of being a well-respected figure in the company. Musk previously singled out the top executive of accusations of left-wing bias over her role in policy decision-making at Twitter, driving a wave of racist hate and harassment her way. Musk tweeted that he wanted to personally reach out to the public about his motivations for buying Twitter. He says there has been a lot of speculation about why he purchased the platform and what he thinks about advertising, admitting most of it has been wrong. In a tweet captioned, "Dear Twitter advertisers," Musk said the social media platform cannot become a free-for-all hellscape where anything can be said with no consequences. He added that our platform must be warm and welcome to all, where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences, just as you can choose, for example, to see movies or play video games ranging from all ages to mature. The 51-year-old billionaire also said his motivations for buying the platform are so it becomes a digital town square. O-Shares ADA's chairman and renowned Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary now seems to be siding with Musk on the Twitter deal. O'Leary expressed doubt over the $44 billion valuation, calling Twitter one of the most poorly run social media companies in the business.
So if I were him, I would simply take a spatula and scrape that place clean and start from scratch. Figure out a way to monetize it, maybe bring in a payment system. Who knows what he's going to do? But, I think it's a good thing that's happened here. I would hope it becomes an open cry for all voices, because I'm a big believer in freedom of speech. And I think for all of the reasons that people try and criticize free speech, the best thing for free speech is more free speech and more transparency and more exposure and shining the light on bad ideas through discourse. And I think that's what he'll bring to Twitter. And I think that's a good thing. But as an investment, I'm glad I'm not an investor in it.
Got it. So now Elon and essentially his ownership here at Twitter has led to a big call about how corporate fairness and this idea that, hey, if you do go in and lay off individuals because you're trying to make the company more profitable, how is that fair to all of the thousands of employees who might be laid off? This is unfair to employees, this idea that layoffs could happen because a new manager comes in. It sounds to me like perfect capitalism to run companies more efficiently, especially during a recession. It also seems like it's exactly what the Fed wants. But at what point do we balance out sort of those human rights?
I don't think this has anything to do with human rights. This has a lot to do with a very poorly managed company that needs an overhaul. And that is the basis of private equity and why it works. You should consider private equity, and I've been involved in this industry for almost 40 years. We are the sea slugs on the bottom of the ocean. When the protein dies and the big fish fall to the bottom, we repurpose that protein. We eat it up. We regenerate life out of it. We figure out how to make it useful again to the ocean. And that's exactly what's happening here. Twitter is a dead fish. It's dead. And now it has to be reconstituted through the private equity process, which means you scrape the patina off it, you carve out all the dead flesh. There's a horrific amount of waste in there. It's a terrible platform. I can't say enough bad things about it. And I think the market knew that already, and which is why he decided finally, he's a creative thinker. You can't, I've made a lot of money with Elon Musk and his various opportunities as an investor. And I can't fault him for that. And I realize he'll probably make money with this too if he's allowed to do what he can do, because no one else could, and it needed someone with a strong hand. It's a miserable place to work. In some ways, you're lucky to be, given a new chance on life to get out of there. I can't imagine many employees are happy working there. It's been a horrible place for the last 2 years.
Kevin O'Leary believes Twitter isn't even worth $10 billion and Elon Musk should start from scratch if he wants to make his money back. It is full of bots. It's a poorly run company. He's going to take it over. Maybe he can get back his $44 billion. I don't think it's worth $10 billion, he told CNBC. I think he should get the whacking stick out if he's going to own it and just clean house and start from scratch. It's just a horrible company. He estimated that without the hype from Musk's takeover, Twitter stock would actually be worth somewhere between $12 and $15 a share. O'Leary added that he sold all shares of Twitter in August as he believed Musk would negotiate a new price of $35 a share before going forward with the deal. Musk would be able to thread the needle through litigation and do the deal for much less. And I don't know why he didn't do that. He didn't have to pay this ridiculous price, O'Leary said. Many users don't regularly post on it anymore, and with the rise of video content on other platforms, it's losing popularity, O'Leary added. It's a terrible company. I use the platform too, and I look at the metrics versus all the others, including TikTok and LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. It's the worst in getting your message out, he added. While O'Leary acknowledged that Musk is overpaying by 40% for the Twitter acquisition, he said the Tesla CEO could use his popularity on the social media platform to benefit his other companies financially.
Today's episode is sponsored by iTrustCapital, the #1 crypto IRA platform in America. We allow you to invest in your favorite cryptocurrencies without worrying about taxes. That's right. iTrustCapital allows you to buy and sell your favorite cryptocurrencies completely tax-free. That means if you invest $10,000 into Cardano and it grows to $100,000, all of your profits are tax-free. Why is it tax-free? We took the existing retirement account industry and flipped it on its head. Instead of boring stocks and bonds, you can invest in crypto. How is it secured? Through Coinbase Custody, one of the leading cold storage providers with a $320 million insurance policy to protect against theft, hacks, and loss of funds. Roll over your existing retirement account, or even start a new one from scratch. Questions? Schedule a free call with one of our crypto retirement account specialists, and they can help you discuss your options. Start your crypto IRA today and retire early, only at iTrustCapital. Click the link in the description to open a free account now.
What do you think of Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter? So do you think he will ever be able to recoup his investment? Please let us know your opinion in the comment section. Thanks for watching.